If you are looking for the single, undisputed, best AI video generator, you can stop searching. It doesn't exist anymore. The landscape has fractured into extreme specializations. Look at this comparison matrix. Over a dozen contenders, including Sora, Veo, and Kling, claim flawless realism. But choosing wrong has consequences. Lock into the wrong subscription, and you'll drain your budget and waste hours forcing a model to do what it wasn't built for. If you build your workflow based on cherry-picked morphing demos, you are guaranteeing yourself a trip straight into the uncanny valley. We need to cut through the marketing hype. So we designed a rigorous stress test, running 12 models through 3 identical, brutally difficult prompts. We are testing specific architectural limits in 3 categories: surreal physics, lip-sync dialogue, and high-speed action. Seeing exactly where these models break under pressure is the only way to figure out which tool actually belongs in your daily production stack. We start with surrealism. The goal here is to force the AI to generate highly detailed, anatomically unnatural physical combinations without turning the image into mush. We prompted a North American river otter with webbed paws, operating the controls of a vintage bush plane. Top-tier models like Sora and Veo handle this effortlessly. They generate breathtaking, coherent environments and keep the otter distinct from the machinery. Baseline models, however, completely lose the plot. They merge the otter's fur directly into the metal dashboard of the plane. But getting that flawless output comes with a steep trade-off. These high-fidelity models operate as expensive, invite-only walled gardens. If you are a social media creator pushing out high volumes of content every day, waiting in line for beta access creates severe workflow friction. Looking back at our matrix, the surrealism column lights up with clear passes for the premium tiers and heavy fails for the baselines. Prioritizing flawless, surreal visual B-roll means you have to sacrifice accessibility and budget control. That brings us to our second major bottleneck: narrative filmmaking. If you are building a story, you need characters who can actually speak. We forced the models to generate accurate lip sync and consistent facial micro-expressions while yelling, "The code stays with me." Models like Kling 3.0 and platforms with dedicated audio-to-video integrations excel here. They nail the precise mouth movements. Feed this same prompt into a general text-to-video tool, and aggressive speech devolves into a morphing, uncanny nightmare. This flowchart maps out the trade-off. Perfect dialogue requires you to abandon simple text prompts for a multi-step pipeline, mapping audio generation to character models before rendering. Every extra node is a bottleneck, radically slowing down your production speed. You trade the instant gratification of a standard B-roll engine for hours of tedious syncing and re-rolling. Updating our global standings, you can see the green winners in the dialogue column are entirely different from the platforms that passed the surrealism test. You can build a reliable narrative character engine today, but you have to sacrifice iteration speed to achieve it. Let's move to the final and most chaotic stress test: maintaining object permanence during high-speed action. We prompted a high-speed vehicle slamming its brakes on a mountain edge while the subjects inside interact aggressively. The failure rate here is staggering. 90% of the 12 tested tools suffered severe structural collapse and morphing the moment speed was introduced. This is a hard architectural limitation. Current AI models simply cannot accurately calculate frame-to-frame physics under extreme kinetic stress. If you force an AI to generate action, you will end up rendering hundreds of useless, mutated variations just to salvage a single 3-second clip. When you calculate the skyrocketing compute costs of all those failed renders, traditional stock footage or practical shooting becomes significantly cheaper and more reliable. Looking at our final global standings, the action column is a massive sea of red across almost all 12 platforms. Relying on current AI for Hollywood-style action sequences is a high-risk, low-reward gamble that will destroy your production budget. Zooming out to look at all the data together, the final conclusion is clear. The idea of an undisputed #1 AI video tool is a myth. The winning choice is entirely dictated by identifying your specific primary workflow bottleneck. This decision tree helps map your exact needs to the correct subscription. We start by asking, what is your primary content? If you're an ad agency needing physics-spending cinematic B-roll, focus your budget on Veo or Sora. If you are a narrative filmmaker requiring speaking characters, accept the steep learning curve and invest in Kling 3.0 or Runway. And if you are a budget-conscious creator needing fast iteration for social media, utilize LTX or Pixverse. To succeed with these cheaper tools, keep your prompts highly static and action-free. That is how you avoid the uncanny valley on a budget. Mastering the current era of AI video means curating a tech stack that deliberately sidesteps your chosen tool's breaking points.